Dear students, now let us come to last numerical part based on ranking cycle. So here is the last numerical. It is given as steam at 20 bar 350 degrees centigrade is expanded in a steam turbine 2.1 bar. So P1 is given 20 bar. This is your P1 and this is your boiler pressure or condenser pressure 0.1 bar. It then enters a condenser where it is condensed to saturated liquid water. The pump feeds back the water into the boiler. Determine ranking efficiency and specific steam consumption SSC, or we call it steam rate also, of the power plant. Also find the ranking efficiency when turbine and pump efficiencies are 0.8 and 0.75 respectively. So dear students, one thing you should know about these two values, 0.8 and 0.75. Efficiencies of turbine and pump are given. It means isentropic expansion we have seen in previous case. Here also isentropic efficiency should be shown on diagram along with now actual process, because process due to efficiency is not isentropic in this numerical, it is the actual expansion or compression, expansion in turbine and compression in pump, right? So in this diagram dotted lines are shown isentropic, vertical entropy remains constant, right? And with continuous line it is shown for the actual one, for the actual one. So dear students, we will be first judging the condition of steam, whether it is superheated or not. So first given 20 bar, 20 bar at this value, at 20 bar saturation temperature is 212.37 degrees centigrade. So from steam table, saturation temperature or boiling temperature is this value 212.37. Now dear students, available steam is at 350 degrees centigrade. This 350 degrees centigrade is greater than 212.37 degrees centigrade. So we can say yes, steam is superheated. So this is the judgment, and then accordingly on your TS diagram you should show 0.1 over here, right to this curve, that is your vapor curve. And on HS diagram we call it Mollier diagram, that 0.1 should also come right to this curve. So this 0.1 is right to this curve. Okay, so expansion isentropic, that is 1 to 2 dash, and actual is 1 to 2 over here, right? And again I remind you that after expansion, whether it is isentropic or actual one, both points should lie in wet zone. Likewise on HS diagram also, if you see this 2, this is your 2 dash and this is your 2, both points are lying in wet zone, right? Now process 2 to 3, point 2 is the actual point, point 2 is the actual one, Now condensation starts from point 2 to 3, right? So we can say process 2, 3 is your condensation process. Now 3 to 4, this is your pumping process. We call it isentropic compression from 3 to 4, right? And due to efficiency value given, that is your 0.75, that point 4 days is shifted to 4. So actually due to friction developed in turbine and pump, these points are shifted due to friction, where heat is produced and henceforth temperature gets increased. So temperature is increased from 4 dash to 4, right? And then from point 4 onwards, heating of that water takes place in the boiler. So 4 to point 1. This is the process for heat supply to water in boiler. So this is about your all processes. So now come to calculate from superheated steam table. Once it is just that steam is superheated, enthalpy and entropy. Right now at point 1 bar, that is your back pressure or condenser pressure, that is S1 is equal to S2 already you have seen. So we can calculate these values by writing at point 1 bar from steam table. We can write in this way. Dynamis fraction you can calculate at point 2 dash. At point 2 dash. This is your actually x2 dash. X2 dash. Right? And then at the same time, if Dynamis fraction is known to us, we can calculate enthalpy at point 2 dash, at 0.1 bar from steam table. So this value taken from steam table at 0.1 bar. So enthalpy at 0.2 dash is coming like this. Right? Now, dear students, in this numerical, Rankine efficiency is given. That is here 0.8 written. Rankine efficiency when turbine and pump efficiencies are 0.8. So turbine efficiency given 0.8. So we can say turbine efficiency is here now. So turbine efficiency, nothing, what to calculate first. Also find the Rankine efficiency when turbine and pump efficiency are 0.8 and 0.75. Okay, now dear students, in actual case, this has to be solved by calculating actual one. 0.2 dash is shifted to 2. How you can calculate enthalpy at 0.2? So dear students, here we are going to calculate Rankine efficiency, because first it is asked determine Rankine efficiency and specific steam consumption. So by considering only and only isentropic expansion, we should calculate Rankine efficiency. So Rankine efficiency, that is your H1 minus H2 dash divided by H1 minus H3. It means by neglecting pump work, we have to solve this numerical. So H1 minus H2 dash divided by H1 minus H3. Since all values are known to us, we can calculate Rankine efficiency, which comes as 29.96%. Right? And at the same time, this is also asked, calculate a specific steam consumption, that is SSC or steam rate, we also call it. So in already steam rate is 3600 divided by H1 minus H2 dash, that is your turbine work. So this is already known to us. We can calculate, and must remember, dear students, unit of SSC, that is kg per kilowatt hour, because according to definition we know that steam consumption is the quantity of steam consumed for producing a power of unity, that is kilowatt. Right? Now students, efficiency of both are given. Efficiency of both are given 0.8 for turbine and 0.75 for pump. So next time for calculating ranking efficiency, we will take 0.2 as in place of 0.2 dash. So let us move to that one. So turbine efficiency now, it could be H1 minus H2. 0.2 is your actual expansion, right? And then H1 minus H2 dash. So we can calculate turbine efficiency first. As you know, in calculating turbine efficiency, yes, look at here. Turbine efficiency H1 minus H2. H1, this length is shorter than this length, right? So here turbine efficiency should be written H1 minus H2 divided by H1 minus H2 dash, because in efficiency is always less than 1. So this numerator part should be less than denominator part, right? And therefore it is written like this only here, H1 minus H2 dash, H2 divided by H1 minus H2 dash, H1 minus H2 dash, right? So here it is turbine efficiency given 0.8. So we can calculate enthalpy, actual enthalpy due to efficiency given 0.8, that is due to friction involved, right? So if H2 is known, turbine turbine work produced by the turbine, we can calculate in this way. So this is actual turbine work due to friction due to that efficiency given 0.8, right? At the same time, pump work we can also calculate, that is P1 minus PB divided by 10, that is coming 1.99. Now dear students, look at, earlier I told that turbine work is very less than pump work. Just you can watch, this turbine is 749.41 and pump work is merely 1.99. It is very less. So that's why sometimes if nothing mentioned in the numerical, we neglect pump work directly. Since in this numerical specifically turbine efficiency and pump efficiency given, it means that pump work has to be shown. So then now this actual pump work should be more than this, because pump efficiency is given 0.75. So it could be more than 1.99, and therefore it is divided by 0.75 over here. So this is the actual pump work, actual pump work, right? So if it is calculated, we can calculate net work, that is turbine work minus pump work. So this net work is known to us. Now heat supplied. Yes, heat supplied, I told dear students that after pumping process, that is in actual one, that is from 3 to 4. Now from 4 point onwards, heat is supplied in the boiler, right? So we should write H1 minus H4 as a heat supplied. So it is written over here, H1 minus H4 heat supplied, right? And enthalpy at point 4 is nothing but HF plus pump work. So here it is. HF, that is at point 3, and this is your pump work. So that has to be added to get enthalpy at point 4. So enthalpy at point 4 is HF plus pump work. So HF is, this is your point at pressure at point 1 bar. This is value HF at 0.1 bar, 191.8 from steam table. Pump work is already calculated. So enthalpy at point 4 is this much. So we can calculate now turbine work divided by heat supplied. So this is your heat supplied, this is your H1, and this is your H4, that is your HF4, right? So we can calculate efficiency like this of this Rankine cycle, where turbine efficiency and pump efficiency is given to us. So dear students, I do hope that all your confusion regarding concept of vapor power cycle and solving numerical parts based on a Rankine cycle. So I wish we can perform well in your study. Thank you so much.